Y'all ready for the Her Fire Tour? You guys, come on in. Like, share, comment, tag. Let me know where you're coming in from. You already know we are back with another amazing speaker for the Her Fire Tour. Black Girl is going down 11/11 right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you have not got your tickets as of yet, shame on you. So right now, to www.herfiretour.com and get your tickets. Bring your besties, your sisters, your mother, your cousins, your neighbor, whoever. You can bring your teacher, whoever. Just get them here to the Black Girl Expo. So Jolie, so great.
Yes.
One of our amazing co-authors and speakers for the Black Girl Expo. How you doing?
Yes, I am phenomenal, ma'am. How are you? You look amazing. I feel underdressed. You know.
Well, you know how the fire girl herself too.
Yes, yeah. I know all too well. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Amazing. So are you excited?
I'm truly excited. I am, like, I know this is about to be amazing. Truly. November's not getting here fast enough.
I know, right? So it's like when you think about Black Girl Expo, the direction that the Her Fire Tour is transitioning into, what do you think about that? Being that you have been a part of the tour since day one, So how do you think about that?
So, I honestly feel like, I think when the tour first started, it was like baby steps. We getting in there, we letting people know who we are. Mm-hmm. And at this point, we done got the driver's license. We about to hit the freeway. We about to hit the big road, the highway. So, I mean, for those that have followed, and some may have just been following and may not have been able to be a part of it. But when it becomes an expo and you're able to not only, just touch speakers and people that need to hear a word, but then you have businesses who need to be encouraged, who need to be poured into. I just talked about a live how we always talk about the feminine mindset and how we think and self-image. And when people say small business, you're not realizing how you're putting yourself in that box to not expand out. So this expo lets me know this is bigger than anything small. We're not doing anything small. And if anybody has ever been to an expo, it is limitless. And that's where the direction this Fire Girl Tour is going. It is limitless. There's nothing that can't be done when there's fire involved. I hope you're ready, child.
You know what? I'm ready. I have such a passion to see my sisters win, to see my sisters excel, to see them empowered, healed, motivated, and encouraged, and all those things. And I really believe that support is everything. Exposed is everything. Having the platform is everything. It takes a village, a community to help build a business. And when I first started my business, I was going out to different vendor events, setting up, and I just recently started really back doing that and be out in the community. Yes, we have an online business. We speak, we travel, but we do have an in-city obligation that we talk to the community that we serve. So it's like you want to go international, but what about your local? What about your local businesses, the local women that need what you have when you're trying to go global? Like what about your neighbor, next door business that's suffering that may need your assistance? What about the girl around the corner or the local beauty supply store that is Black owned by your sister that you always go to now and then, that needs what you have, that needs the exposure that you have? So when I started looking at it from that aspect, I say no. I want to be able to touch the people that I go and spend my money with, the people that I patronize their business. And what about we come together
Mm-hmm.
and expose our deepest desires, our visions and goals for our business? So,
That's right.
yeah.
And here's the thing. Any anything that comes in contact with the fire, we see that it is ignited. They may have a little fuel, but you bring in the fire to set them ablaze. And the first time I ever heard you say that, I'm like, oh my God. When you put when I got to look like I can't do anything with the soap and lighter fluid. But then when the fire touches the lighter fluid, I mean, so what do you think about to happen at the expo? You about to set some people ablaze. And I just know it's gonna be just truly amazing.
Yeah, when I think about when I came up with setting the fire ablaze, meaning the darkness inside you, I want your feminine energy to illuminate that. I want your impact to illuminate that. I want you tapped into your riches to illuminate that. And you showing up extraordinary, illuminate that to the whole of a place that you never thought you can go. See, when I think back 10 years ago and how I was closed off, and yes, I was in ministry and doing those things, but I wasn't this feminine woman that I'm evolving into more and more. I still had the hustle attitude. I had to grind and I had to do all these different things. But when I really tapped into the fire, that feminine energy, that impact, those riches, and really
Yes,
showing up
yes.
extraordinary, it showed me a whole nother world that I never thought that I had access.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. The Her Fire Black Girl Expo. What's
Yes.
inside you, sis, that you looking over? What's inside you that you have been suppressing? What is inside of you that you feel like other people have overlooked? You can come into a room with other women that say, I have something amazing, I have something great, and I want to share my knowledge, my wisdom with you, but I want you to also come and display your business to the local community in which you live in, shop in.
I completely agree. And I'm gonna tell you, it's so funny. You talked about what are you doing right. I've done it too. We're quick to be like, oh, I want to travel here, and I wanna, do things here, and I want to expose here. But you're forgetting about where you are right now, and you have to build that trust because when you're home, everybody knows. A lot of people have seen you not do what you're doing, so you have to build that where you are first, and then go after outside of the comfort zone. But we're not doing anything where we are. So I love the fact that you're bringing the expo to home.
Yeah.
And home is what's going to push you out everywhere else. You need to take the expo here. Like the fire, the fire expo is not just going to be Charlotte for long.
Yes. No, 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 ma'am. No, no.
So,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And I was just thinking about as you was talking, I was like, I would love to be able to walk into the gas station and be like, hey, AB, I finished your book last night. It was amazing. For me to go into the grocery store and be like, hey, AB, it's like, or hey, or I can do the same thing to the entrepreneur who's still working 9 to 5. I can say, hey, sis, I read your book. Keep going. I know things may not be where you want it to be right now, but hey, sis, keep going. And I think, yes, we should have a global mindset. Yes, international mindset. However, at the same time, there are still women who need and people who need what we have right in our community, right where we live at,
Yes.
and build upon that. When I think about that, that's how I started back in 2009. I used to rent out the libraries, the local community centers, the local fellowship hall and church, off, buildings. I started local. And when you think about the people who really need what you have, these not people who've already arrived, who've already have the six figures in $1 million? What about the
Mm.
woman that is right there at the in the welfare line? What about the woman who's waiting on the first of the month? All these people that need what we have. And that's where the expo comes in, whether, we do pop-up shops or, in between the expos or whatever, but still making sure that the sis that's been crying because her books haven't been selling, this
Yes.
with Caroline, she's out selling them in the parking lot of grocery stores, that she know that she can have a community of sisters
Yes.
and that support her. So enough about that. What about you and all the amazing things that you got going on, Jolie the Great?
Wait, I have to share with you. I have to be transparent at all times. So at the hotel this weekend, Woman Evolve is taking place in Dallas. Well, at the Globe Life.
Yep.
And so we are sold out 100% to capacity. And as I was leaving to get ready to get on this amazing live, there was a line of women at the door waiting to check in. And the lady turns around and she says, "Hey, ladies, are we ready for the Woman Evolve?" And they was like, "Wow!" To the point I had to be like, "Y'all bring the noise down a little bit." However, I envisioned, "Hey, ladies, are y'all ready for the Her Fire Tour and Step in Your Truth?" And I said, "God, we gonna have that. It's coming."
Yeah.
And I walked out of there, and it was like, there was a season where I would have been like, "Man, I pray I get to that point. Like, that's what I want." And today it was, that's what's coming. Get ready for it, because that's how women and men, that's how people are gonna pour in, waiting to hear what we have to give to them, what we have to pour into them. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, I was smiling like they was coming to my tour, my conference, and I was like, "Oh, they here for somebody else." Like, I had already put myself in the mix. Like, yes, they ready. They lined up for us, and I'm like, okay, God, you showing me it's coming.
You know what?
Okay.
If you had a fly, you could have slid them on the
Now,
information.
Now, I'm not going to say I haven't been now, because, you get to talking to people and they going to one conference and I'm telling them about another one. So you never know who and I'm just like, okay, God, you know what? You telling me closed mouths don't get fed. Open your mouth. My mom preached a message on Sunday. If faith can't open your mouth, faith can't move your mountain. So if my mountain is I'm fearful of what my conference, what I want it to be, open my mouth and declare what I wanted. Yeah. I want it to be running over. I want it to be everything. So that's what I've been doing, and he's been showing me what's coming. And I know that's the same for you.
Look, y'all, if y'all just not coming in, y'all need to go ahead and get your tickets at www.herfiretour.com. www.herfiretour.com. Get your tickets to the Black Girl Expo. Just grab a couple of tickets. They're only $20. It's really, really nothing. And I have been printing out flyers, and I said on some weekends, I'm going out into the community, grocery stores, beauty supply stores, wherever I can, to pass out the flyers, because everybody's not on Facebook. Everybody don't have social media.
That's right.
Everybody don't have a YouTube. Everybody in the city, there's a lot of people in the city of Charlotte that never heard of the Her Fire Store, never heard of the Black Girl Expo, never heard of Angela brand, but can really benefit from what it offers. And so often we're so used to posting on social media. Back in the day when there was no social media, we had the promoters going door to door, passing out.
That's right.
And doing whatever, and for me, I had this one, to be all transparent, I had this one mindset of, if I go out and pass out flyers and people won't think I'm a credible coach or credible speaker. But when you get to the point to where you really know what you have, and you know women need to hear you, you know people can benefit, you know they need the frequency in which your voice vibrates, you
Yes.
understand wherever I meet you at, it's because I decided to show up. I decided to be visible. I decided to get off from my behind the laptop and say, hey,
Mhm.
this is what you have in your community. This is
Yes.
what God has planted in your neighborhood.
Yes.
And
Yes.
because we're here, that means that I have something to speak into your life that can wake you up, or you have
Mhm.
something to bring into my life. So for me, it's about getting back and just doing, go out into the streets in your community. So why should they register for the Black Girl Expo?
Let me tell you what's going to happen if you don't register. Your cup won't be filled. So many times we walk around on empty or half empty and not realizing it. You know, we don't realize when we're tired, when we're steady pouring out, we don't have anyone to pour back into us. Come to the expo and get filled, get poured back into. The one thing I love is this is a no judge zone. Nobody is judging anybody. And a lot of times we don't come together because we are embarrassed
Yeah.
by what we've been through. We're embarrassed about decisions that have been made, but there's nothing you can do about those. They're gone. So come and get refilled, replenished, get a new start, and just come and just, oh my god, just think about the fire. Think about when you take things and you put it in a, back in the day for people to get warm, they took the trash and they put it in the what was the thing called, the black canister thing, and it set ablaze, and it got rid of the old things. Come and let the fire get rid of the old things. When you look at a diamond, it has to go through the pressure and the fire to come out beautiful. So come and let the fire put a little pressure under you so you can see the beauty past what you've gone through, past what you're dealing with, because we've all been there. So what better way to start over than to do it in the midst of women who have gone through it, who are not ashamed to share it, and are willing to walk you through how to be a better you, how to be that girl on fire.
That's just it sums it up. So go get your tickets at
Please.
www.herfiretour.com.
Yes.
If there were three things that you could set the people ablaze that are listening, if you can speak life into them, what would be three things that you would tell them?
The first thing that I would tell them is something that God just recently gave me, and I just loved it. Um, your scars give you bragging rights. So don't look at them as this is something I went through. Look at them as this is something I came out of, and embrace them. I would tell you to love the authenticity of yourself, love who you are. Um, and then I would say, speak truth over yourself, speak life over yourself. Even the smallest of things, just little things. I had to get to the point where I had to stop telling myself I was tired, because tired comes with a lot of weight.
Yes.
You're not just tired in your body. You tell yourself you're tired. Mentally, you start to get tired. Physically, you start to get tired. Spiritually, you start to get tired. Stop speaking those negative things over yourself and start speaking life and speaking truth into yourself.
Look at that. Look at that. So you're co-author of the Fire Girl Code. How does that feel?
It
Release
feels
as well.
it feels great.
So what about the project, the book that's launching as well, 1111? What was about that made it so special?
For me, being able to expose myself because I grew up knowing how to camouflage everything. I grew up knowing how to suppress things, and you can smile on the outside but broken on the inside. So I knew how to do that pretty well. And now, just being able to be exposed in a good way, it speaks volumes. And a lot of people, they like to write about things that don't pertain to them. And I'm at a point where I want people to see the journey I've traveled, to know why I am the way I am, why I'm so extra,
Yeah.
why I laugh, why everything is laughter, and not saying there's no tears, but why things are the way they are, because my journey was not always great. There were valleys, and there were mountains, and I had to travel them all. However, the beauty of it is the journey still continues.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, it was, and everything that I write, I share my story. But with this one of my chapters is "Thou shalt walk in the all-knowing." And when God really first started speaking that to me, and I started looking at hope, faith, trust, all those things still leave room for doubt,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I'm a Black woman. That's not something I believe. That's something that I know, right? We don't believe God is good, God is real. You got to know
Oh, yeah, that's
God
right.
is real, God is good. And that takes your relationship with God to a whole nother level. And for me, that is why the fire burns in me.
Yes.
Because regardless of what situations look like, regardless of what I've been through, one thing I can say for sure, that the hand of God is on my life. All things do work out, that everything do come together. And when you move through life and you navigate your business from that point, I can say, I don't need faith because I know. I may not know the how, but or the when, but I do know the who. That's all that I need.
Yes.
Is the who. Because the why and the how sometimes is above my pay grade.
That's right. There you go.
And then eventually things will be revealed, because at the end of the day, God knows who you need to be and what he's getting out of you in that situation.
Yes.
And when you surrender to that, that illuminates inside of you, and it illuminates the people around you to say, hold on, I see what you're going through. I know what happened. I know a situation, and you're still smiling. Yes, because I know the who, boo.
Yes. Yes.
And with that, I can walk in the unknowing. And that's why the chapter was birthed.
Listen, let me tell you something. Now, I've had the pleasure of knowing you for umpteen years now, and how you just described the elevation to which God has placed you in. I'm just literally, I'm over here just like, AB so dope. She's so freaking phenomenal. She just, I'm listening, but I'm just in awe. Like, she knows she is. She knows she is, because it's beautiful to see the elevation on you. It is, and that's the beauty of just being a part of the expo. Like, I was telling them on my live just the things that I appreciate. I was like, let me tell y'all about my AB. Let me tell y'all. And I was telling them just how you don't mind lighting the fire under other people, because you're not worried about no one tapping into your elevation because it's yours. And the same way God elevates you, you take that same strength and fire and power and you push it back into others. To where if you don't get something from this, you came in with the mindset that you don't want it. Because if you come with an open mind and an open heart and saying, you know what, it's time for a change, you will not leave that expo the same.
No.
I don't care how many conferences I've been to with you. I come in knowing you gonna set them people room on fire, and I never leave the same. So I'm excited for everybody that comes. It's not. I'm excited for me, but my excitement is more for those that have not had the experience of you yet, because it's about to be like just it's about to be amazing. It is.
And you know what? It goes back down to, now I said this at the start of the tour in Charlotte. I don't wait around for people to pour into me.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I have decided that it's my responsibility to pour into myself.
Yeah.
Because if I know myself and God know me, then He's going to always lead me on how to pour in.
Mm-hmm.
And that can't take place if you're not into who you are,
Yeah.
where you are, and where you are going.
Yes.
Like, I understand what I've been through, the places I've been. When I decided to take ownership of it. Now, this is my responsibility to evolve, to expand, and grow, not just as a woman, as a wife, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, just in all areas of my life. And I commit to pour into me. I am setting a standard to when people come into my life, that they pour back into me as I pour into them as well.
Yes.
And that is a difference. I look at it like this when I look at the people that are around me, right? And I made this illustration of how somebody treat me. I said they treat me how I treat me. They talk to me how like Jolie can't come into my life and talk to me lower than how I talk to myself.
That's right.
Because energetically, I've already set the standard.
That's right. That's good.
So I'm going to get the hey beautifuls, the hey love, hey baby girl, hey precious, hey these things, because this is what I pour into myself. And that is what makes getting to know yourself so beautiful, because I treat people how to treat me. And then if they come into my life and they don't grab a hold, they don't stay.
Yeah.
And these are all the things when I talk about embracing your feminine energy, and what I'm going to be dropping a little bit on 11/11. It's really getting to that point. If you don't like the situations that you have been in, you don't change the situation. You change the common denominator that's been in all those situations. And that, my friend, is you. So, Jolie,
yes, darling.
11th, the Black Girl Expo. Any last words that you want to share with them? How they can get in contact with you? What you have going on coming into the new year, and all those things.
So, as you were asking me those questions, honestly, my response is, you will meet me there. You want to know what we got? You meet us there. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Yes.
I want y'all to meet. I want y'all to come and meet us in person there. So we can say anything on these cameras. You can write your script out. You can say it's going to be great. Come experience the fire and the truth for yourself.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Look, you guys, 11/11 to Her Fire, Black Girl Expo. We have your spaces. We having a fashion show, so we're looking for designers, stylists to come highlight your business. 10 to 6. All the information is on the website. All we're waiting on is for you to go ahead and register.
www.herfiretour.com
www.herfiretour.com www.herfiretour.com www.herfiretour.com www.herfiretour.com www.herfiretour.com. And y'all already know, I will see you guys in the fire.
In the fire.
Be blessed and be blessed.
Bye.